Has this been done before? Is my plan actually gonna work? Probably not, but we're actually gonna find out. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. Life has gotten kind of crazy. But today, I got a little small project that hopefully I can get done within a couple of hours, but probably not because that's just kind of my luck recently. Anyways, so I got some new window crank handles for my truck. You got the factory ones, and this is hopefully what it's gonna turn out like. There'll be a picture here if it actually worked out. Anyways, that's the plan. Yes, it's been done before. Yes, that means I'm gonna do it. And it's probably gonna happen again to another one of my vehicles if I ever get one that has window cranks again. Who am I kidding? Yes, I will, because I like old rusty junk. Either way, let's get into it. So, I got some new cranks. I went ahead and pulled the knob off of them. All you gotta do, at least on mine, when I got these are new ones from Dorman. The knobs are plastic and they have a plastic shank that comes through here. And they cut it 4 ways and kind of flare it out. All I did was grab it with a pair of needle nose, pull and twist off little bits and pieces off the back side until the knob came off. These do have a shoulder on the inside, so my bolt will go in one way, but it will not go in the other way, and it won't pass all the way through. These bolts are actually a 5/16 by 18 thread pitch by 2 inches long. The goal is to basically get it like that. Kind of hard to see. But I want this to be more closer. I want the wheel to be closer to the arm than just that, so I'm gonna end up hacking some of that off. Probably with an angle grinder. But I got some bolts, I got some nuts, some washers. One thing I do want to do is make this to where I can leave the crank on the door, take the nut off and the washer, and pop the old wheel off and pop a different one on if I want to. Because right now I just got these basic all white ones, just some good old Chinesiums. They're actually Crayjoy. You can see it on the bearing there, possibly. They were like $15.99 for the set. Maybe, actually, I think they were less than that. Don't matter. Anyways, so I'm gonna drill the shoulder out of this to where the bolt will pass through all the way, and I want to shave some of the sides off of the actual back of the bolt so I can try and drill a hole through the side of this and possibly put a nail, or if I can find a small enough roll pin or something, just so it doesn't come out and doesn't rotate. Now, rotating will be stopped by shaving this into that form, so I don't really have to worry about rotating, but pushing out is something I'm worried about, so you don't have to cram your finger back there and hold it, so you can just bloop and put it back on, you know. That's the goal anyways. I don't think it's going to be too terribly difficult. For the parts that I bought online, like these crank handles from Dorman, I bought them on Amazon, and the wheels I bought on Amazon. The actual hardware, the nuts, bolts, and washers, I actually bought at O'Reilly's here in town, so I'll find maybe something on Amazon, then just throw a link in the description so you can just add everything to your cart, do the same thing I did. But yeah, that's the plan, Stan. Hopefully it works out. Really hoping it does, because that would be pretty cool. Because little things like these, I feel like really adds to like a build, like making it really yours and custom. Because like I'm sure someone somewhere makes custom skateboard wheels. You can put the name of the car on it, or truck, or a nickname, something. You can put a design on it, I'm sure. I just went with the basic one because my truck's just basic white and black right now with a red interior, good old maroon. I don't know. I want to be able to change them out. I just bought these ones because they were kind of cheap at the time, and they're basic. So I went ahead and popped the factory one off, and they're actually made a bit different. But I'm thinking if you just send a drill bit through the center of that, I feel like you can get that off. I'm actually probably going to hold on to these. They're not bad. They're a little pitted due to age. They're still good. They're still good. I just wanted to go with a little different look. Now, I went ahead and cut this one here I cut the stem just a little bit shorter, and I can actually see it's at a different angle slightly. Huh. I guess my eyeballing skills, oh yeah, actually it looks kind of straight. There's ever so slight angle on it. I held the skateboard wheel up to it. It looks fine to me. But anyways, I took a little bit off. Not quite half, maybe half. Another thing is this one. I ain't done anything to, but this one I went ahead and drilled it out. So I'm going to slip the bolt through the back. I got to do some trimming on it so it can recess into this channel here. And then on one of the sides, I'm going to try and drill a small hole and throw a nail or a roll pin in just so it can't rotate. Or not rotate, but back out. Obviously, if it's tight, you don't have to worry about it. But if you're taking the wheel off to change it out for a different one, you don't have to shove your finger behind there to do it. Or shove something behind there. If I take skateboard wheel, I set it up on there, it looks pretty good to me. Hang on, let me try and, yeah, looks pretty good to me versus it was like out here. When I did pop the factory one off, before I cut this one, I did slip it on there. I took the little clip out of the back so I can slip it on, slip it off without having to use the tool, but I slipped it on there, held the wheel up to it, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of far out. It's livable if I chose to do it that way, but I kind of want it to be a little bit tighter of a gap between this, and I feel like this is pretty good. So, probably set the camera up. I'll let you guys watch me cut the next one, and I might eyeball a line on it. This one I didn't eyeball a line on at all. I actually started with just taking off this little step over, and then I was like, okay, let me just go a little bit past it. But yeah, I'll probably set my camera up and let you guys watch me do that, and let you guys watch me draw out the hole. And I'll probably shut the camera off, figure out what all I need to shave off on here. It actually looks like I just need around 3 corners, and it should recess in there quite beautifully. So that's the plan, guys. This is gonna, I will need to shorten this, I do know that. But that's gonna be wicked.
That was totally wicked!
Perfect. Actually, I probably should put some kind of mark on this. Where is my marker? There we go. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're never going to be able to see both sides at the same time. But it's off it now. Arguably, the second one, it's coming in a little bit nicer. This is aluminum, I do believe. Or at least some kind of soft metal that doesn't spark. And it's non-magnetic. Am I doing this the right way? Probably not, but I'm doing it in a way that it's going to work. Hopefully. I'm just going to grab a screw here and a deburring tool would be great for that. Or a screw works sometimes. Now, we got two pretty close shanked, shortened shanked window cranks. The first one's ever so slightly taller, like barely a millimeter taller. It's almost there. What do you do with that file? Alright, so we got that trimmed down. Sticks out a little bit in the back, but if you really want to, you can come in and grind that off. I got the wheel on there, it spins. The bearings in these they're cheap Chinese, so they suck, but you can see it, they spin. I do want to knock that down a couple of threads, just so it looks nicer, it's not sticking out as far. If you really wanted to, I guess you can cut this collar down just a little bit more to get that sucked in there, but I got big meat claws, so I think it's fine. I took the clip off this one as well and stuck it on the door just to look at it, and I was like, that's cool. I guess one thing you could do is use a nylock nut instead of a standard nut. I guess it would look more like a skateboard considering that's what they use. I got a skateboard hanging up on the wall. Maybe I'll rob the nuts off of it, maybe. Or maybe I'll take the entire wheels off. Those are black, and on the back side they have silver. Silver is on the outside, I flipped them around. Anyways, I think this is looking pretty freaking cool. And I still need to drill into that to get a pin in it or something. Yeah, it is sitting flush in there, so just gotta figure that part out so you don't have to reach back there and hold it. Because I mean, that's basically door panel length. I mean, you can get your finger in there, but it ain't gonna be great. I'm super excited about this. Heck yeah. Alright, I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna put a pin in this so it doesn't come out and go from there. I would say this is mission failed, but failed successfully on this part at least. Now this still moves, but it won't push real hard. It won't come out. I was drilling it out with a 530 or 5/64 drill bit or something tiny. Drilled through the silver stuff perfectly fine. As soon as I hit that bolt, it started to go, and then it fucking snapped. And it snapped in there. I'm gonna grind that little bit off, but I mean, that's one solved, I guess. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the other one. We'll figure that out. But mission failed successfully. About as flush as I'm willing to get on that. Did cut that shorter. That's hot. Cut that in shorter. Yeah. I gotta figure out how I'm going to get that to stay. So I'm actually gonna tighten this back up. Gonna take the nut off to clean off the threads. I'm gonna put the nut back on it so it can retain it from doing that. Other one already got on the truck. Looks pretty neat to me. I'm happy with it. This is gonna annoy me. That's freaking hot. But a cold piece of metal on the back side, so I'm only burning the front side of my hand, you know, on this piece here. Very nice. Yeah, because I drilled it through with the drill bit and it broke. It actually came out, but tried putting a roll pin in it, it didn't hold. Drilled it with a smaller drill bit. Tried putting that roll pin in it, it didn't fit, but I think there's enough of a burr on it, it's not coming out. And I mean, worst case scenario, I mean, I can fit my finger back there. I can fit my finger back there if I really need to, if I want to change the wheels out, but that's fine. Made in Taiwan. Need a stamp in there /. Indiana or USA, whatever. Very nice, very nice. Same thing happened. Who could have guessed that? A smaller drill bit just happened to break off inside there. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna get a solution to do that, to fix this, because it's in there. It clearly caught a thread, so I mean it'll stop it from coming out, I guess. It's not the best thing in the world, you know. A couple of buddies of mine told me to put Swiss bearings or bone red bearings in it, like actual proper skateboard wheels in it, or bearings in it. It's like it would roll and keep rolling. Or I'm sure you can see some dirt in there. It just kind of goes and stops. That's what you get with the Chinesian bearings and Walmart bearings. But there she freaking be, bud. Simple, elegant. Let's go smack this other one on. 5% battery. Alright, let's I don't remember which way this goes on. I think this goes towards the handle. But on the other side I did it like that, so that's the way I'm going to do it on here. Anyways, that's what that guy looks like. And when it's all the way, when the window's down, that is going straight up. And that's exactly the way I'm going to do this, because I got the window down here. I got to pop this clip in here. It's going to be maybe kind of hard to do one-handed here while holding the camera. Nope. Haha. Slip it on there just a little bit. Let it find its home. Maybe. Oh, there we go. It's on there and just. And now she's on there, bud. And she cranks up. And she cranks down. And almost the exact same spot on that. That's pretty wicked. Well, that is all I got for this video. It was super short, super simple, but it's a little simple mod you can do that I think makes your ride just a little bit cooler. Hit like, hit subscribe if you want to see more videos. Probably be very few and far in between because I'm a very busy person. Very busy. See you.